The crystal glasses clinked together like a warning bell the moment Karen Martinez raised her wine glass from the balcony of what she proudly called the community overlook. Though let's be real, it was my treehouse. 30 feet off the ground, built on the edge of my property, that structure used to belong to my daughter Emma. And now here Karen was using it as her personal stage, looking down at the assembled HOA board and a hand-picked group of neighbors like some queen of suburbia. This, she said with a smug smile, is what true leadership looks like. Yeah, leadership on stolen ground. Now, before you think I'm just bitter, let me back up a sec. My name's Nate Harrison, and 3 years ago I built that treehouse from scratch: solar panels, weather station tablet mounts for homework, and my personal touch, a motorized base with off-road wheels. It was meant to move around our 5-acre property for a better view. It wasn't supposed to become the battleground for a petty war, but here we are. See, the trouble started 6 months back when Karen got elected HOA president. First week, she slammed the neighborhood with 17 violation notices, one of them aimed squarely at me. Said my backyard structure exceeded the height limit by some fraction of a foot and didn't match the architectural harmony of Riverside Estates, whatever that means. She gave me 30 days to tear it down. Thing is, my lot's zoned differently. I've got documentation that says I don't fall under HOA control. It was all above board when I built it, even signed off by the old board. But Karen, she didn't care. She waved my paperwork off like she was brushing lint from her sweater. Told me the new board had higher standards and called the treehouse a liability and a neighborhood eyesore. When I refused to comply, she started hitting me with fines. $100 a day, doubled after a month. I talked to a lawyer. He confirmed I was in the right, but warned me it could take years and a pile of cash to fight the HOA. Meanwhile, I had to lock up the treehouse. Emma cried. It was supposed to be her escape, her space, and now it was a battlefield. Then Karen crossed a line. She padlocked my treehouse, said it was community property pending resolution. No notice, no hearing, just marched onto my land and slapped an HOA lock on it. After that, she treated it like her own. Brought folks up for tours, hosted little cocktail chats up there like it was some luxury clubhouse, all while I was at work. My security cams caught it all, but Karen knew I was hesitant to trigger a lawsuit. Things hit a boiling point when my neighbor Janet called in a whisper. Karen's planning a brunch up there, she said. She's calling it the HOA Sky Lounge Grand Opening. Catered, invitation sent, 30 people expected. That was the moment I stopped playing defense. I spent the next 2 nights in my garage tinkering like a man possessed. The solar batteries still held a charge, the motorized base was intact, the hydraulics smooth as ever. I swapped the tires for all-terrain models, checked the safety systems, reprogrammed the remote, and added a few surprise features. Karen wanted to hold court in my daughter's treehouse fine, but she'd be going for a little ride. Saturday morning dawned clear and breezy. I watched through my kitchen window as the catering van rolled in. Karen strutted around like a drill sergeant, barking orders about table placements and floral arrangements. By 10 Hosea, her guests were climbing the ladder, sipping mimosas under HOA banners and balloons. At exactly 11:15, she stood to deliver her grand speech. I waited till she hit her third mention of leadership and compliance, then I stepped outside, remote in hand. A pleasant chime played over the treehouse speakers. Then my voice. Attention. This is private property owned by Nate Harrison. The structure you are occupying is now initiating relocation. Please remain calm and hold the safety rails. Karen's face morphed from smug to stunned in a blink. What is happening? She screeched, clutching the railing as the platform lifted 6 inches and began to roll smooth and silent toward the private lane. Stop this immediately. This is harassment. I walked alongside the slow-moving structure, nice and calm. Actually, Karen, I said, this has always been my property, and right now it's leaving HOA jurisdiction. People started coming out of their homes, laughter clapping camera phones. Someone yelled, "Rite of shame," and I swear I saw 2 teenagers do a mock bow. Karen, clinging to her champagne flute, looked like a stunned peacock on parade. The treehouse coasted to a halt on a flatbed trailer I'd positioned the night before. With one last hydraulic hiss, it locked into place. I walked up to the cab of my truck, flipped on the PA system, and said, "Thank you all for attending today's demonstration of property mobility. This structure will now be relocated while legal matters are resolved." Applause. Cheers. Someone started chanting my name. Karen, purple with rage, was still on the platform, stuck 30 feet in the air. "You can't do this. This is theft. This is kidnapping." "Nope," I said, "cool as you please. You're trespassing, but I'd be happy to help you down." She climbed down the ladder slowly, awkwardly, dress-stained heels, snagging hair a mess. When her feet finally hit the trailer bed, she hissed, "I will destroy you. I've got connections. I've been documenting everything for 6 months." I smiled. Good, so have I. Every meeting, every unauthorized visit, every statement where you admitted this wasn't your jurisdiction. My lawyer says it's quite the case. Her face drained of color. Then something amazing happened. The crowd around us started telling their own stories. Karen harassing a widow over rose bushes, threatening a single mom over paint color, fining a retiree for a lawn chair. Turns out I wasn't the only one she targeted. 3 days later, the town council meeting was standing room only. I presented deeds, permits, surveillance footage, and the kicker an email where Karen admitted she knew my land wasn't under HOA rules but pushed anyway to set an example. The council's ruling was swift. Karen Martinez, guilty of trespassing, abuse of authority, and misuse of HOA funds, fined $47,000. The HOA board held an emergency vote that night. She was removed in a landslide, 38-2. The final nail, her job. The law firm where she worked caught wind of the viral videos. She was fired for conduct unbecoming a legal professional. The look on her face as she read the letter blank, then crumpled with rage. Well, let's just say poetic justice comes in many forms. And me, I relocated the treehouse to my uncle's land upstate. Emma helped me paint a new sign, Sky Lounge, no Karens allowed. So, was I petty? Maybe. But sometimes a little creativity is the best kind of justice. Now let me ask you, what would you have done? Was I wrong to move the treehouse like that, or did Karen get exactly what she had coming? Drop your thoughts below. I've got popcorn ready.